Hey, what's up, guys? In this video, I want to talk to you about something that just happened to me in my life that has really hurt me and affected me greatly in a negative way. And that is the loss of my pet dog, my pet husky. I got him almost 2 years ago. For those of you that follow my channel, you may have seen I actually made a video with him when he was just a puppy, when I just got him. I have always been a person who was very close to animals. I was never allowed to have a dog as a child, as a young person. So when I went out on my own, I immediately did. And those dogs were my family. You know, every pet that I've had was family to me, very close to me. And although it may sound strange to you guys, you know, the loss of these pets hit me harder than the loss of any humans in my life. It really did. Like, they fucked me up much worse than having lost people that I've known for my whole life. And I think part of the reason for that is, you know, the loyalty that I have from the pets. Like, from my dog, in this case, the husky, Ace, he loved me so much. You know, his love to me is unconditional. It's every day, no matter what. No matter what, he's there for me. When I come home from work, he's there waiting for me. If I'm not feeling well, he knows, and he comes and he comforts me. He'll try to play with me, or he'll just put his head on me and lay with me. So I was very close to this dog, and my family as well. They were all very close to him. And some fucked up thing happened, you know, that I can't believe still. But he had started recently showing some signs of aggression with food and with like possessions of his. So he would growl if you tried to take something from him. He bit a few times, but nothing real serious. But very recently, it's just a couple days ago actually, my kids were in the living room and they called me and said, "Daddy, the dog has something in his mouth." So I came out and he had one of the kids' socks in his mouth. So I tried to take it from him and he started growling at me really aggressively. So I'm holding the sock with one hand, the other end is in his mouth, he's pulling on it, and I'm petting him and trying to comfort him and just let him know it's okay, like, calm down, it's okay, come on, let go of the sock. And he wasn't letting go. He was getting more and more aggressive and growling at me more and like snarling his teeth at me. So I think what I did next was the mistake that caused this to happen. So I was standing above him at this time. He was on the couch and I was standing above him looking down when I was pulling it. So I went down and like squatted down so we were eye level right next to each other. And I was just looking at him. I did it trying to comfort him, to let him know that it's okay. Like, it's okay, just calm down. There's no fight here, there's nothing. He took it in a different way as an act of aggression, me looking at him like that. And when I tried to pull it from him, then he bit my hand real hard. And when he bit my hand, I smacked him with the other hand to stop him, to let him know he can't do that. And then he just attacked me. He went right for my face, and I pulled my arm up, and he ripped right into my arm, left a huge gash that was open, that was leaking everywhere, that I had to stitch up myself, actually. That same night, I had to put like 12, 15 stitches in myself because it was leaking so much, and it was so big, I could see the bone in this wound. And that wasn't the end of it. You know, he kept fighting me. My own dog, he just snapped and he started fighting me, and I didn't want to hurt the dog. My kids were there. I had to stay in between them and the dog, make sure they didn't get hurt. They're scared now, and he keeps fighting and fighting me. I'm trying to just avoid him. I know how to play with him. I know how to play fight, so I know what he's doing. I'm avoiding him, but he's trying to bite my face and bite my neck. He bit all my arms up. They're all bit up, all bloodied up. And I had a sweater on. And he bit right through that shit. And my skin is so thick, it's like leather. Like that stitching thing that I did, I filmed it. And in that film, you could see the needles actually breaking, trying to go in my skin. That's how thick my skin is. He went right through that shit like nothing. I didn't want to fight him. So I had to just stop him. He kept coming at me. So I kicked him one time in the side, and that made him limp a little bit. By that time, my wife came out. She calmed him. She grabbed him, and I told her, just take him outside because I'm leaking blood everywhere now, and the kids are scared. So I go and clean up, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to think. But the first thought that came to mind was, if that were one of the kids, anyone else other than me, he would have fucking destroyed them. He would have killed one of my kids if that was him. If that was them. He definitely would have killed them. He was fucking crazy. He looked like a crazy wolf attacking me. And I just felt so horrible about it because I felt like it was my fault. I made a mistake. And he's just a puppy still. He's not even 2 years old. So it's my fault. I didn't train him well enough. And he just reacted. But because of the severity of it, some of you might wonder why I didn't just go to the hospital. Why would you stitch yourself? There's a couple reasons. The first reason is that I know that if I go to the emergency room, I'm going to be sitting for hours waiting. And I don't need to be sitting for no fucking hours waiting for anybody for some shit that I could do myself. Especially while I'm fucking leaking, losing all that blood. I would have fainted way before the doctor even saw me. Another reason is I didn't have insurance. So why the fuck am I going to let the hospital charge me however many thousands of dollars to do some shit that I could do myself? I just don't have anesthesia. I'll just have to eat the pain. That's it. And the last reason was I knew also that because of the severity of it, how many wounds I had, they probably would have called the cops. Cops would have had to come to my house, and I don't want any police interaction at all. I don't want no fucking cops coming to my house ever. So these are the reasons why, I did it myself. But he got me bad. I had to go and get a tetanus shot. All the other wounds actually were infected except for the one that I stitched up myself, but forget about the injuries to me. I don't even care about that. I'm so sad by what happened. And I started talking to people, talked to my wife about it. We called a couple specialist places where we could send the dog for like 2-3 weeks, and they train him and send him back. Expensive options. I didn't care about the money. I just wanted my dog to be okay, and I don't want him to be hurt. So, unfortunately, everyone told me. This one lady in particular who owned this company told me. She told my wife actually, after talking to her for a long time, she told her in tears, crying. She said, I almost never have to say this in my career, 25 years doing this, but I'm telling you that your dog has to be put down. It's too dangerous because of your circumstance, the way you live, the people who are living in the home. You have little children in the house. If you were single, living by yourself, it would be different. So me personally, I would never want to do anything bad to my dog, ever, because it's my fault. Anyway, you can't throw him out because he made a mistake. But for the sake of the children, that's what it came down to for me. The question, what if he does this to one of the kids? That was it. That was what I had to ask myself. And the answer is, can I live with myself? Am I willing to take that chance? And the answer is no, I can't. I can't take that chance because I saw how bad it was. And I can't judge this based on my injuries because I'm telling you, I know how to fight. I was fighting this dog. Somebody else, he would have destroyed them. He would have ripped their face up. If I didn't have the reflexes I did to put my arm up, he would have ripped my fucking nose and my mouth off with that bite. So we made the decision that there was nothing we can do. We had to put the dog down. And I didn't want to do this. It's my best friend. I don't even have any friends. This is my only friend I have. And he loves me so much. And even after that fight happened with me, he didn't even know. He didn't remember. He didn't understand. He still was just loving me and trying to be around me. It didn't register for him that something had happened. I had to take my dog to the animal hospital and have him killed. And it fucking broke my heart to do this. I couldn't even do it. So hard for me to do. I had lost pets before, but I put pets down before, but it was because they were suffering so bad, or because they were so old and their quality of life wasn't there. They couldn't move anymore. But in this case, he's healthy and young, and he's just a puppy. He's in that room with me. He's just licking me, kissing me, and trying to be near me and play with me. And when the drugs that they gave him started kicking in, he just got dizzy and started falling down. And he died right in my arms. It fucking devastated me. I'm so sad that I did this. I hate myself for what I did. It's not me to do this. It's the first time in my life I've done something that I fucking completely feel horrible about. I regret. I don't believe was right. But I had to do it for other people, not for me. But I fucking hate myself for it. I miss my dog so much. And I keep asking myself, how the fuck could you do this? How could you kill your best friend like that? How could you kill him like that? And he just made a mistake. And I made mistakes when I was young. And I was thrown away for it. How could I throw away my dog like that? How could I do that? And I'm going to suffer with this shit now for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. And a lot of you may not understand. You may think it's stupid of me. You may think I'm soft for crying over a dog. That dog and that relationship I had meant more to me than probably a lot of you can ever understand. He meant more to me than anything. Because the loyalty for my pet is different than anything I'll ever have with any person in life. I never had to question it. So I'm just really fucked up by this whole thing that happened. I'm really, really sad. I don't know if I made the right move. Everyone tells me I did. But at the end of the day, I'm fucking crying and shit at night because I miss my dog. I miss him. I don't have any friends. He was my best friend. I fucking killed him. I killed my best friend. And he was looking at me when he died and he knew. He looked at me with this sad look. Like, how could you do this to me? How could you kill me? It fucking broke me. Broke my heart. So, I'm sorry to show you guys this side of me. You haven't seen this side of me before. But I'm a fucking person also. You know what I'm saying? And I feel shit also. And this shit fucking hurt me very bad. Very, very fucking bad. And I'm gonna deal with this for the rest of my life with this guilt. Because I feel like a piece of shit for what I did. I fucking hate myself for what I did. So I just wanted to share what happened with you guys and let you know what's been going on with me. So let me know if I did the right thing or not, please. Talk to you next time. Thanks.
What a wonderful world. see skies of blue and I see clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, singing, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up